All right, once again, microphone check 1 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. What? All right. At this point in time, if you can hear my voice and you know where the chat is, put your business name in the chat and tell me what you do. Tell me what type of business it is. All right. And so let me introduce myself. My name is Noel A. Booker. I am with Business Credit Builder. And what we do at Business Credit Builder is we help entrepreneurs build their business credit and access funding. Okay. We're gonna go and share this. We're gonna go share the screen and we're gonna get started. This is what y'all could do. Y'all could take notes. This will be on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can stop now and subscribe, like, comment, and do all that stuff. Helps me out. Y'all know the routine. Okay, so now you should be able to see. Shows more. Okay. You should be able to see the screen. Let me put it to the slideshow. That should be better. All right. How's that? All right. So right now y'all can see the free money joint, right? Okay. I just cooked dinner and I'm sweating. It's hot in the kitchen. Okay. All right, everybody. This is the free money edition. And we're not giving out money. Okay. We're not giving out money. It ain't that type of party. But this is where I describe to you how I found out about business credit from one of my clients. And I'm gonna tell you by the end of this presentation how he still gets free money. Okay. All right. So this is how to build business credit. All right. How to build credit for your EIN that is not linked to your Social Security. Here goes my info once again. Noel A. Booker Sr. You can Google me. And you got my contact info right there. You got a telephone number right there. You got my email, which is noel@businesscreditbuilder.us. And that's the website also, businesscreditbuilder.us. And I'm going to give you some websites that's going to start with businesscreditbuilder.us. And then I'm going to say / and then whatever that website is. Right? So the first one is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. Just go to / free guide. All right? Now, the free business credit consultation, you use that button if you want to talk to me about the services that we provide. Or if you just got some questions, that's like my scheduler right there, right? So you just go to / consult. That's for a free business credit consultation. And the red button is so you can get approved for funding. So if you think that you can get approved for funding now, then you would go to / get funding. Okay, here's some background on me. My name is Noel A. Booker Sr. I was born and raised in New York City. I went to Morehouse College and studied accounting. My first job out of Morehouse was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. And I had a few corporate accounting jobs since then. But I've always been entrepreneurial, and I started a company called Media Net USA. And what we do at Media Net USA is we do bookkeeping and accounting services for small businesses. We also do web hosting. So we make websites for small businesses. And now we speak about business credit and we offer funding options. Okay? That's my background. So let's get started here. As I said before, y'all can take notes. At times you can ask questions by raising your hand, typing it in the chat box, or just open up your mic. All right. So what is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score. With an established credit profile and score, the business will then qualify for credit. The credit is in the business name and is based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. Since the business qualifies for the credit, in some cases, there is no personal credit check required from the business owner. The business can use its credit to qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, BP, Walmart, even MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. The business can also qualify for credit lines and loans. Okay, business credit benefits. Before I go into the benefits, let me say, if you stay to the end of this presentation, I'm going to have something for you. All right. Let's also see what's up in the chat box. We got Brandon has Elevated Logistics, LLC. He's a freight company. Elevated Logistics, no doubt. We got Bridget with Threefold Living, LLC, financial strategy and consulting. No doubt about it. Don't we have one more in there? We got, okay. Ala is a sales manager at OB that. Who that? All right. Don't mind me, yo. Don't mind me. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go over the benefits of business credit. A credit profile can be built for a business that is completely separate from the business owner's personal credit profile. This gives the business owners double the borrowing power as they have both personal and business credit profiles built. Business credit scores are based only on whether the business pays its bills on time. A business owner can obtain credit much faster using their business credit profile versus their personal credit profile. See, so with business credit, you can build your credit faster than your personal, because with your personal, you got 5 factors that affect your personal credit, and some of them you don't even have that much control over. So these are the 5 factors: payment history, utilization, length of credit history, accumulation of new credit, and credit mix. And notice, utilization is 30% of your score. So that is significant. Now, with business credit, there's only one thing that affects your business credit score, and that's how you pay your bill. So at Dun & Bradstreet, they have what they call the pay debt score. The pay debt score is the score lenders look at to determine a business's credit worthiness. Okay? So the pay debt score is based on payment history. So you can get a 100 score, and the score goes from 0 to 100. Okay? So you can expect the payments to come early if your score is about 100. So that's what the lenders will look at. If your score is about 100, that means they can expect payments to come early. 80 means you pay on time. A 70 means you pay 14 days beyond the terms. 60 means you usually pay 21 days beyond the terms. Now, the thing to note is that a 70 pay debt score is a lendable score, but I get my clients to get up to an 80 pay debt score, okay? And it's easy to get up there, okay? So don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, business credit benefits. Approval limits are much higher on business accounts versus personal accounts. Per the SBA, credit limits on business cards are usually 10 times higher than on consumer credit. When done correctly, business credit can be built without a personal credit check. Business credit can quickly be obtained regardless of personal credit quality. There is no personal credit reporting of business accounts. So when you have a business account, they don't report to your personal. They report to the business reporting agencies. Most business credit can be obtained without the owner taking on personal liability or a personal guarantee. This means in case of default, the business owner's personal assets cannot be pursued. When a business owner applies for financing, their business credit is reviewed. Okay? They don't need permission to view your business credit profile. And when they deny you, they do not have to tell you why they denied you. That's crucial information. Not having business credit established will get an owner declined for financing. That's basic information. You can expect that to happen because a lender is going to look at the business and you're looking for a loan. They want to see if the business can pay its bills. And that's how they determine if a business pays its bills. They look at the business credit report, and they do not have to ask you permission. There are no regulations that require the lenders to notify the business owner for their reason for denial, so most never know. Anyone can pull your business credit reports without your permission. Clients, prospects, potential buyers, even competitors can see your business information. This means they can see your payment history, your high credit limits, the number of employees and revenue, the past payment performance, and much more information is on your credit profile. Almost any business can get business credit as long as it has an EIN number and an entity set up. You don't need collateral. You don't need financials. You can even be a startup. You just need to know the proper building steps, okay? The proper building steps. See, building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. Okay, what you are seeing now is what anybody can see for free. For any company, there's a place on the Experience website where you can go and you can put in your business name or anybody's business name and address, and they can see this information. This is for Mars Incorporated. They're from McLean, Virginia. And the part that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? They got 22 trade lines. Now let's go over what a trade line is, okay? The trade line is when you go to a company, they give you an account, which means you can buy things on credit. Okay, so you go and buy something on credit. That means you have the item, they gave you an invoice to tell you when to pay it. Then you pay it. So what happens when you actually pay this invoice is that this company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. The report says, XYZ company, they got an account with us. Their limit is X amount of dollars, and they made a purchase. And they paid that purchase off in X amount of days. Okay? So they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies. Then the business credit reporting agencies put that on your credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. That's one trade line. Does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is at this point? Because the trade line is the basis for building up business credit. All right. It's like the bricks in building a house. The more bricks you got, the stronger your house, right? That's the same thing with trade lines. So no questions on what a trade line is? Y'all got that down pat. All right, so cool. Y'all can raise your hand, open up your mic if y'all got a question. I want to make sure y'all know what that is before we go any further, okay? Okay, so here is Publix. Publix has 171 trade lines. And Walmart, check out Walmart, right? So this is what Walmart does. Walmart will go to Bounty and say, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper. Now, the owner of Walmart, he don't go in his pocket and pay that. He don't call the accounting department and say, yo, cut a check. I need this toilet paper. No, no, no. The toilet paper shows up at the store. They put it on the shelf. We go in there, buy the toilet paper. They take our money and pay the bill. And then Bounty says, hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads of toilet paper. And Walmart does that 513 times, over and over again. This is how business is done, from business to business, all right? Even the small business, at the big corporate level and the small business. So the small business, let's say the corner store, when the bread's coming in, they're not paying for that bread right then. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. Business credit. Okay, let's get started. How to build business credit for your EIN that is not linked to your social. All right. Okay, this is the basic rundown. Business credit building. Okay, a business starts building a brand new credit profile, much the same as a consumer. The business starts with no credit profile. The business gets approved for new credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies. The business uses the credit and pays the bill timely. A positive business credit profile is established, and the business continues using the credit and pays bills timely. It will qualify for more credit. Okay, let's get started here. Now, remember, I told you about the steps, right? This is the first step. Each step is needed for the next step. This is the first step, credibility. The credibility of your business, to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. And before we get started with this, I'm going to tell you, this is the most important piece. This is the easiest piece, and it's the most important, okay? So just take my word for it. This is the most important piece, making your company credible in the eyes of the lender, which is basically the ABCs, your name, address, telephone number, and all that stuff, right? All right, so here we go. The perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business is critical to your ability to build strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all lender credibility standards. There are over 20 credibility points that are necessary for a business to have a strong, credible foundation. Okay, let's start with the business name, right? So I'm going to freestyle this one. One of the first places that you go is to go get your business name. You go to the Secretary of State in the state that you reside in, and you register your business name. And when you register this business name, they're going to send you a certificate with your business name and address on it. And the way that they have your business name spelt is exactly, and I do mean exactly, how you will be spelling your business name forever. With the dashes, the commas, whatever is in your business name on that certificate is exactly how you want to spell it. All right. I mean, I'm emphasizing exactly. Okay. So if you have a dash in there and all that stuff, every time you write your business name, you need to include that dash. Okay. Very important. So ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, licenses, and bank statements. Actually, any place where your business name is, it needs to be spelled exactly like it is on the Secretary of State certificate that you get. Okay. Corporate entities. When you register your business name, they will ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that if you select a proprietorship or partnership, you will be personally liable for anything that happens with that business. So you should be selecting an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. Okay. Now, which one of those to choose, you would ask your accountant, right? Because it's all about you have to, there's some different ways that this is processed, the LLC versus the corporation, right? So your accountant would know that, right? Okay. But for business credit purposes, that's what you need to make sure your business is an LLC or a corporation and not a sole proprietorship or a partnership, because you will be totally liable for anything that happens with that business. Okay, EIN number. You definitely need an EIN number. I'm not going to tell you much about an EIN number because I think y'all are savvy enough to know what an EIN number is, but I'm going to tell you what you need to know. One thing that you need to know, there's two things you need to know about the EIN number. The first thing you need to know about it is that you need an EIN number to build business credit. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And two, it's free. So don't go out here paying for an EIN number, all right? They didn't got you if you paid for an EIN number, all right? You go to irs.gov. It takes you 15 minutes to get your EIN number. Now, business address. This is crucial. There are three options for selecting your business address. There are no more options after this three that I give you. The first is to have a brick and mortar, which is a storefront. But not everybody can do a storefront starting out their business. And not every business needs a storefront, right? Understandable. So the second option is to have a virtual office address that you can get for as low as $50 a month. Now, a lot of my clients get the virtual address because they don't want to use their home address, okay? Because they got their family there. They don't want to share their home address. Understandable, right? So that's why people use the virtual office. You can get those for as low as $50 a month. The last resort is to use your home address. But the reason why this is the last resort is because businesses really don't consider home-based businesses as being credible. But they look at this on a case-by-case basis, right? So like, let's say, for instance, you're doing hair from the house. You're a hairstylist. You're doing hair from the house. Well, that's normal that you might be able to pay that bill, right? You can pay that bill doing, you got some revenue flowing, doing hair from the house. The hair business is doing good nowadays, right? So that sounds logical. Now, on the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company and maybe you can't keep all those trucks at the house, right? So they just trying to see if this makes sense. Is this whole thing making sense to us? That's what they're thinking. And also, one thing to note is that on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So when they are deciding whether or not to approve you for this account or this loan or whatever it is, they're looking right at your crib or your business address. And they're trying to see if this makes sense. Okay? Okay. So you definitely need a deliverable physical address. You cannot use a P.O. box. You cannot use a UPS address. Some lenders will not approve and fund unless this criteria is met. Okay? Now, let's go back a little bit. The virtual office address. This is what I use for getting the virtual office address. And you can go to this website to get the specific instructions on how to order the right product. You go to /vendors. So that's businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, right? And you will see the Da Vinci. You'll see a telephone number. You'll see a person's name to contact, and check out the special instructions. When selecting an address with Da Vinci, you will want to pick a location with this verbiage: private mailbox number issued required. So there are a lot of the virtual office address companies out there. They will give the same address to hundreds of businesses so that all these businesses got the same address. That's not what you want. The reason why I use Da Vinci is because they set you up a unique address, okay? And that's what you need. You need a unique address for your business, okay? Okay, let's talk about phone number. You must have a dedicated business phone number that is listed with the 411 directory assistance under the business name with the business address. Lenders, vendors, creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411. A toll-free number will give your business credibility, but you must have a local business number for the listing with 411 directory assistance. Okay. If you're doing this on your own, you can go to listyourself.net to list your business number. Okay. Okay. Now, with this business number, you cannot use your home telephone number. You cannot use your cell phone number as your main business telephone number. The reason why is that on every application is just a number of fields that you put in information. And each field that they're asking for information, they are doing something, okay? They're doing something with every information in those fields. And on the telephone portion of the application, it's looking up all cell phone numbers, is looking up all home-based landlines. If you come up on that list, then they can deny you, and they do not have to tell you why they denied you. Okay? So these are my three go-tos: Freedom Voice, Vonage, Ring Central. Any one of these will set you up properly. But my go-to is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.95 a month, and they will list it to the National 411 Directory for $3 a month. All right? And then they will also give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. So that's the move right there. Okay, fax number. Excuse me. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with the fax number. As a business, you will need a fax number to receive important documents. You need also, when you might need to fax in some stuff, okay? But the basic thing with this fax number and the 800 number is this. They're going to check that local number, definitely. They're going to check that local number to see if it's listed, and it's listed to the right address. Once they do that, and they see that you got a fax number and you got an 800 number. Now you're looking more like a credible business. See, you don't have to be a credible business. You just have to look like a credible business. Okay? So you don't have to actually be one, just look like one. Okay. Websites. Now, websites. See, in the nowadays, lenders perceive a company, a credible company, to be one that got a website, right? So if you're serious about what you're doing, you got a website. That's how they perceive it, right? So, and when you got that website, they're gonna come to it. They're gonna go to Google and they're gonna put your business name in Google, and hopefully they find yours. And when they find your website, they're gonna skip over that nice and pretty front page, that home page. They're gonna go straight to the contact page. And then they're gonna look at the name, the address, and the telephone number and make sure it lines up to what you already put on that application. See, they're trying to catch you slipping up right now. You see that? They're trying to catch you slipping. So make sure you got a website. Not having a website for your business will get you declined. Lenders verify credibility by checking name, address, phone, fax, about us, services, and or products to make sure it all looks simple. Okay. My company, MediaNet USA, we provide an all-inclusive website package for small businesses that starts at $350. At the end of this webinar, we'll do a good discount on that, just in case any one of y'all need a website. All right. So make sure you'll stand by to the end of this presentation where I'm going to give you some hookups. All right. Okay. Email. It is important to get a company email address for your business. It's not only professional, but greatly helps the chances of getting the thumbs up from a credit provider. Setting up a business email is really easy. So what you need to know about this is whoever hooked up your website, your web hosting company, should be giving you unlimited emails. But if you go to a company like GoDaddy, one of them big companies, they a la carte you. They're going to charge you money for this, money for that, money for this. And then you got your website. Now you need to communicate. Now you need an email. They're going to charge you almost $100 for one email address. So what you need to know is you should get your email from your hosting companies. Okay? Okay. Avoid using email services like Yahoo and Hotmail. This is common sense stuff, right? One thing is they don't want to see you using a free email service. They want to see you using an email from your company, official, right? And they damn sure don't want you to be using party chick at Yahoo, right? All right. Simple stuff here. You know, a lot of this stuff you already know. I know that, right? But some of it you just need to be reminded, right? And then some stuff you need to adjust to line up correctly, right? Okay, so once you got your certificate from the Secretary of State and you have your EIN number, that's when you go and get your bank account, your business bank account. Your business banking history is vital to your future success of being able to secure larger business loans. The date you open your business account is the day that lenders consider your business to have started, right? So if you got your Secretary of State already, you got your EIN, go ahead and get your business bank account. The longer your business banking history, the better your borrowing potential will be. Okay. Having a high account balance is essential for obtaining an excellent bank rating. I'm going to skip this because I'm going to talk about bank ratings later. All right. Licensing. So most companies do have the licenses that they need. But one of the most common mistakes when building business credit for your company is non-matching business addresses on your business licenses. Even worse is not having the required licenses for your type of business to operate legally. You will need to contact the state, county, and city government offices to see if there are any required licenses and permits to operate your type of business. Yeah. Okay, business listings. So if your business is already in existence, this is what I would do. I would go to Google, put my name in, and see what happens. Put my business name in Google and see what comes up. And if I got some old stuff on there with old addresses, old telephone numbers, I want that stuff to reflect my current situation. Because if lenders look up your name and find that old stuff, they're going to think like this. Well, where are they? Are they at this address or are they at that address? Can I contact them by this telephone number or can I contact them by that telephone number? Then the real question they're going to ask themselves is, are they going to pay the bill? So that's how they're thinking, right? So it's good to understand how they're thinking, right? So take the time to verify that all the main agencies, state, IRS, bank, 411 National Directory have your business listed the same way and with the same exact legal name. Take the time to ensure every bill you get, power bill, phone bill, landlord, has the business name listed correctly and comes to the business address. Okay. Okay, anybody got any questions so far before we go into the next step? The next step is understanding your business credit reports. Anybody got any questions? We good? Come on now. This is the time to answer. All right, I know that was some simple stuff. Okay, so cool. We're gonna move forward. Now, so far we talked about setting up your business credible in the eyes of the lender, which is the most important step. And it's the easiest step in this whole process, the ABCs, right? So now what we want to do is understand why we need access to our credit reports. There are three major companies that you need to be aware of, right? Equifax, Experian, and Dun & Bradstreet. These are the three major business credit reporting agencies. You need access to these companies because when you got that credit account, remember I told you about the trade lines, and when you make a payment, they're going to send the report there. So you want access to your credit reports so you can make sure that your trade lines are being reported accurately and timely, okay? And also, common sense is before you fill out an application, you want to know what's on your credit report because when you fill out that application, they're going to look at your credit report, okay? Okay, so you will want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported. Now, if you do this on your own, these three companies would charge you about $100 a piece to get access to your business credit reports. When you do business with us, we charge you $25 per month for all three business credit reports. Okay, so we save you a little bit of money there. Okay, you can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, and you can get, there'll be a page there that you can, you'll see these logos, right? And those logos are linked to their respective websites to a page where you can put in your business name and address for free and see if they have a report on you already. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go to the third step. So far, we talked about how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. And we talked about making sure you have access to your business credit reports. Now we're going to talk about actually getting started building business credit. All right. Now, this step is not so easy because now we have to find vendors that's going to give you credit when you have no credit, and they have to report. Not that many businesses are going to give you credit when you have no credit. And only 10% of all businesses in the United States even report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. Okay, so this is not an easy step, but I got you. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small amounts of credit to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial cards in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts, meaning that they're going to give you a little credit, and when you buy something on credit, you need to pay the total balance in 30 days. All right. Okay, we talked about the vendor line of credit. Okay, boom, boom, bam. So basically, these accounts, the net 30 accounts, the vendor accounts, when you get that invoice from the invoice date, not 30 days. Now, there are different net terms, but the most common term is 30 days. Okay. You can get products and services for your business needs and defer the payment on those for 30 days, thereby easing cash flow. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and 411 listing. Okay. Let's go back. Hold on. See, and some vendors will approve your company for net 30 terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. Remember, I told you about that 411 listing, right? All right. So, boom, here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit, even if you have none now. The first place I go is Maverick Office Supplies. Now, let me tell you about these vendors, right? These vendors change their requirements regularly. So the list I have today is not the same list I had 6 months ago because they changed their requirements. There's companies getting dropped off this list, and then there's companies getting added onto our list. Okay? So this is the starter vendor list I have right now. Maverick, you can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors and get the link to get your Maverick Office Supplies account. Also, Quill, Barnett, Uline, and CEO Creator. Check out their website for your real starter vendors. Right? Cool. So, with these real starter vendors, always apply first without your social. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone they need to have it, but submit first without it. Pay your net 30 vendors on time and in full. You must be patient and allow time for the vendors' reporting cycles to get into the reporting systems. It usually takes about 3 cycles, about 90 days to get these accounts, okay, on your credit profile. That's where you want them, on your credit profile, not you paid it, okay? It's not on your credit report until about 45 days after you paid it, okay? Most merchants and vendor retailers do offer business credit, but they don't advertise. There is no benefit to the merchant to promote credit with no personal liability if the business owner is willing to take on that liability. So they don't prompt their business credit card. They don't promote their business credit cards on a regular, and they ask for a social. So on these starter vendors, you leave the Social Security place blank, and then there'll be an EIN place to put your EIN number. That's where you put your EIN number, leave the social blank. That forces them to only look at your business credit profile, all right? And if you got an application that has a place for the social and there's no place for the EIN number, you got the wrong application. You need the business application, okay? Some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. Uline is like that. That if they look at if you're asking them for a credit and there's nothing on your credit profile, then some of them might ask you to do a few transactions first before they give you that net 30, right? That's something for you to be aware of. You need to have at least 5 net 30 day pay accounts reporting. 5, 5, all right? That's why we got this card. Check out the card. It got the number 5 on it. And check out the smoke. He got the smoke. But check out his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit now. And we rolling. Okay. So after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, establishing revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. But you just cannot skip steps and just come to the revolving because they need you to have credit already. All right? They will decline you if you do not have credit already, point blank. If they are a revolving account. Revolving accounts approvals will begin coming from stores. Store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCard, American Express types cards. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score, just like in the consumer world. Vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and score. Then store credit can be obtained. It usually takes about 90 days or less to establish a score and profile with trade lines. Okay, most major stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and there's a whole bunch more, right? But remember what I said. All of these companies need you to have credit already. That's why we started with those starter vendors, those net 30s. There's a meaning for the madness, right? Like I said, each step is needed for the next step. There's no skipping steps. This is the real way to do it. All right. Once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex. Okay, so now the first goal was to get 5 accounts, right? The 5 vendor accounts. Now you want to get 5 revolving accounts to get up to 10 accounts on your credit profile. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limit account on the business report. So try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high $10,000 limit. The way you do that is when you get these revolving accounts, you pick one of the revolving accounts, at least one of them, and you use it more often. When that vendor sees you making on-time payments, then you call and you ask them for an increase. And if they see that you've been making some on-time payments, they're going to increase you. And you keep on asking them for increases. You keep paying, you keep showing them that you make on-time payments, then you call them and keep increasing. The reason why is because when you start going out for those business credit cards and they approve you, they're going to match you to the highest revolving account that you have. Okay? It is essential to keep using the credit. Keep applying for more and talk with the credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. Right? Okay. As a reminder, just know that at the end of this webinar, I got something for you. So stand by. Okay. Where would you go if you need money? So I'm going to go over some information you need to know. 1 out of 5 businesses fail within the first 5 years. Within 15 years, 75% of businesses fail. That's not what I'm saying. That's what the Bureau of Labor and Statistics says. Per the SBA, the 2 most common reasons for failure is management issues and insufficient capital. With money, you can make more mistakes. Okay. Over 75% of business owners go to friends and family. Most also use personal assets. And only 1.2% of all business loans and financing comes from conventional bank SBA loans. So that's only 1.2%. 98% of business loans come from alternative lenders, because the banks are basically only going to offer you an SBA loan. And their restrictions are going to be high. They're going to need you to have credit, personal credit, all right? And so alternative lenders, see, we don't know the locations of alternative lenders because they specialize. They don't sell a lot of things, a lot of items like the commercial banks. They specialize. And they don't have a budget to have a location in every neighborhood. And they specialize in particular items. Like, for instance, these companies might only do equipment loans. They only do business equipment loans for businesses to buy equipment. That's one example. So that's why we don't know about alternative lenders. While the general public is not aware of all the lenders, like the general public is aware of Bank America, which is right up the block, right? It's in your neighborhood, right? So that's why we don't know how to get access to this lending for businesses. Okay. Okay, we're gonna skip all that. We're gonna skip that. Okay, here goes 3 ways to get funding your bank won't tell you about, because they do not sell these items. They do not offer this stuff. Okay, 3 ways to get funding. And I'm telling you this not because you qualify. You may qualify for it, you may not qualify for it, right? But I'm telling you this so you can have an idea of the thinking process about how to go about getting funding for your business, right? Okay, cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management for approval. You must have more than $3,000 in deposits. It says $10,000 on the screen, but it's now, because I've found other alternative funding options, it's $3,000 in deposits per month, and you can get approved. This is the fastest and the easiest money you are going to find. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This is not for new businesses. This is for existing businesses that have a cash flow. And all businesses have situations. So this is for businesses that come into a situation. They need to get out of the situation real fast. Okay? And this is how most of them do it, with cash flow financing. I have a new lending agent, a lending partner, which is David Allen Capital, and they do cash financing, right? Cash flow financing. So with their easy online application, You answer a couple questions, and you can get some money within 10 minutes or the next day, depending on the product that you get. So if you go into the app, you go to access this on my website, you would go to get funding, right? Go to /get funding, and you can find the DAC application, right? So if you put in there that you made less than $3,000 per month, it's going to kick out an email to you that says, hey, you're not qualified. The lowest monthly revenue is less than $3,000. So you didn't qualify, right? So let's say you said you make $3,000 to $5,000 per month. You use your personal bank account, and your sales are under 15,000 with a FICO score of 550. All right. So that's easy to qualify for. You make over 3,000, boom, boom, bam. So then the application is going to send you to the Giggle Finance, who will get you that loan in just about minutes, right? But you put in the information, what you say that you're doing, but then you have to justify it, right? So you put in your bank info. They're not going to give you the money till you justify the information that you provided, right? So then if you put in that application that you made between 5,000 and 15,000, then and you use your business bank account, and your FICO is above 550, then they're going to send you to Biddy Advance. And that's going to turn over for you in about a day or two. Now, if you put in that you make 15,000 or more, you use your business bank account, then they're going to send you to Bank Breezy. Okay? Bank Breezy is going to hold down the fort. All right? And that takes about 2 or 3 days to get that in there, right? But you have to verify your monthly revenue by providing your bank account. All right? So that's easy money right there. Okay, here goes collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral. Even as a startup with bad credit, you can still secure collateral financing if you have collateral. Rates are super low, all right? Now, here goes some examples of collateral. Accounts receivable and purchase orders. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring. So my client, I haven't even talked about my client yet, and this is the free money version. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about my client, but my client Jay, who has a freight company, uses accounts receivable. He uses factoring to fund his business. Okay. And what he does with his trucking company is the truck makes a delivery, they invoice for delivery, but it takes 30 days for him to get paid on that invoice. So with factoring, he can get his money in 24 hours. Purchase orders is for companies that have government contracts, okay? Stocks, bonds, 401ks. If you have those type of investments, you can get a business loan on that stuff. Revenue lending is like cash flow financing. Inventory and equipment. If you have over $100,000 in inventory or equipment, you can get a business loan. Real estate. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. Insurance agents have what they call a book of business. Okay. Now, unsecured credit is the third one. Unsecured credit is one for businesses that the owner has or an associate has good personal credit. Okay. So basically, if you have 685 or above, you can get up to $150,000. If you think you qualify for this, you go to get funding. All right. And there's a video up there that gives you all the details of how to qualify. And that we also call this the credit line hybrid program. Okay. That's what this is. The credit line hybrid program. Look on the website and you'll find it. It's on the get funding page. It's also on the business loans page. Okay. Um, Other alternative financing. Private money is also available if you have good tax returns, venture capital, and equity financing. You also know about crowdfunding. You can even get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. Let me stop right now and tell you about the free money part. So, back in the day, this is like 5 years ago. It's actually like 6 or 7 years ago. I got a client. I'm doing accounting for the client. They're a freight company. And I noticed that every time he also got me to do some websites, right? So I noticed that every time, his name is Jay, let's call him Jay. Every time Jay had me do a website, I noticed $250,000 hit the bank. So one day I said, Jay, I need to make some money. Can you find something for me to do? He said, this is what you do. Go find a company. We're going to do a deal on this company, and then you're going to get a piece of the deal. I said, all right, bet. So my buddy, Philly Phil, got a company he's just sitting on. He's not doing nothing with this site, right? With this company. He's not doing nothing. He said, let's try it out with that. Right? So we tried it out. I made the website up just like he had me do for the other companies. Boom, boom, bam. 6 months later, we walked into Chrysler and got 4 brand new Sprinter vans that we use on Amazon right now. Okay, without a personal credit check. So I know this can be done, right? So then after a while, I figured out what he was doing because he never told me what he was doing to get this, right? After a while, I found out how he was running stuff, right? So, like, when he was getting those $250,000, what he was doing as a freight company, he was buying trucks, right? So he would go and get an equipment loan because there are companies out there that only do equipment loans, right? So he was out there doing equipment loans. But he had another company, right? So he had the freight company, but he also had the truck sales company. So when he went to apply for a loan to buy trucks and they approved them, the check went to his truck sales company. Because when you buy equipment, they want to see the invoice and they're just going to pay the invoice. So he got his trucking company, his truck sales company to create the invoice for the trucks. They pay that truck company and the money comes to him. So he never did buy the trucks in this instance, right? In this instance, he just keeps the check. And then that equipment loan turns into just a flat loan. But he never even paid that because with a business, if you default on a loan, they come for the assets of that company. They don't come for your personal assets. They come for the assets of the company. So if you bought the trucks, they come in to take the trucks. They just doing collections on the company. So, and this is what he does. He got 4 or 5 of these type of deals on deck at any given time. Just getting money, free money, just getting it. Now, I don't teach how to do that because it's legal, but not moral. And I just wanted to get money just to help build the business, right? So I wasn't trying to do those shortcuts and the risky stuff and all this type of stuff. So I figured out how to build business credit correctly. And that's what I teach. The real way to build business credit, step by step, trade line by trade line, not skipping steps. That's what I teach. All right. But from Jay is how I found out about all this, that business credit actually does work. He was taking advantage of it, which I didn't do, but I realized that you can You can work business credit to your advantage. Okay, it can be done if you do it right. All right, that's the free money portion of it. But how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. The Business Credit Builder is powered by the Business Finance Suite. Okay. On my website, there are video testimonials from my clients at the bottom of each page. Here goes Brian. He's from New Jersey. He talks about how he got his 50,000. Okay. Now, it's the ultimate solution, the Business Credit Builder. It's the easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's just a simple solution. Okay. Why the Business Credit Builder is perfect for you. You get business credit for your business not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You can access discounted business credit reports, get a free DUNS number. You can get the largest supply of starter vendors to start your business credit. You get a massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines. I didn't tell you about the underwriting guidelines. So when we help you build your business credit and we tell you the vendors to get, we tell you everything you need to know, how to qualify before you qualify. If you do this on your own, you'll go to vendors and be like, well, do I qualify? How do I qualify? If you ask a vendor, how do I qualify? They're going to say to you, fill out this application and I'm going to tell you if you qualify. So we save you time and not just randomly just going to vendors, okay? We're going to give you the guide. We're going to give you the strategy, all right? Hard to find cash credit sources. That's the credit cards, right? See, if you go out there on your own and search for business credit cards, you're going to get these cards that say, hey, we're a business credit card. But then when you ask them who they report to, they're going to say TransUnion. That's not what I'm talking about. When you ask the credit cards who they report to, the correct answer is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. No personal credit check or guarantee is required in order to build business credit. You get access to cash flow financing, collateral financing, unsecured financing, private money. Our most popular product is the credit line hybrid, right? Okay, when you get up to 150,000. Now, all of my clients that get the core package, they get their own control panel. And the control panel looks similar to this. But this is like my reseller. It looks like my reseller, right? Because it's got all those buttons on the left. But you'll get a button like this that says, build my business credit. And you'll go in there and it'll give you your course content, step-by-step instructions on how to build your business credit, all right? Each step that we give you will give you the instructions on how to complete this step. There'll be a video on how to complete this step. And then if you still can't figure it out, there's a person that you can call or email to help you so that you are never doing this alone. There's always somebody right there with you to help you build your business credit during every single situation, okay? Now, when we get to the part where we build up your business credit, we do that in 4 tiers of vendors, where we give you about 15 vendors, and we'll say, pick 3 of these vendors. And this is the information that we'll give you for each vendor. This one is for Racetrack. Racetrack, they report to Dun & Bradstreet. Their terms are revolving. We give you their telephone, their fax, a description of what they sell, and how to qualify. So for racetrack, to qualify, you need an EIN number, a DUNS number, a paydebt score, preferred 3 years in business. They need a business entity, and they need your phone number listed with 411. I told you all about that already. All right. And there's a button right there to apply. So they'll tell you how to apply. Right. So that's the type of instructions that we give you. We're not wasting no time. We're giving you the vendors. We're saying pick up, get, and moving on. Right. Now, this is Christine. Christine is one of my clients, and she was able to get all of these approvals in 6 months without providing her social. Not everybody can do this. I'm just going to tell you, not everybody can do this. She's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver, so she's at the crib all day doing this. Not everybody can do this because a lot of times we got things to do. She didn't have nothing to do, but, being at home, stay-at-home mom, right? So check out this list. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, tried to supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, BJ 7,000, BP 8. Lowe's 10,000, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew, look at this list. This is over $250,000 in business credit in 6 months. You can do it too. Step by step, no skipping steps, right? Okay. You get your own business credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months to help you build your business credit. You get your own finance officer for 5 years to help you get the best financing for your business. Your own finance, this is a quick summary, then we're going to get out of here. You get your own finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, free Experience Smart business access, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured, and private money sources. This will typically take you about 18 to 24 months to do this on your own. With us, it should take you about 12 months. Okay? It should take you about 12 months to do it with us, right? These are the 2 packages that we offer. The core package, which is like I explained to you, you get your own control panel. You get your advisors. You get the key pack. The key thing is this. You get your finance officers. The finance officers has access to hundreds of legitimate lenders that we already have arrangements with. We already know what they need for you to get qualified. The core package, the business credit building program, is a one-on-one consultation with me for 1 year. Okay? So, the core package. Get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount on our premier enrollment plan. Now, this is the regular prices, but because you're on here today, I got the hookup, right? So this normally goes for $4,400. The regular price is $29. You can put $15 down, make 6 monthly payments, or you can make a single payment of $22.50. Today, because you're on here, you have this option for a single payment of $12.50. But I can only take one. And the one that'll get it will be the one that calls right now, 404-500-9687. The first to call, right? Well, once I get off of here, right? The first to call once I get off of here, right? And that's the benefit of being live on here, is that you get that hookup price, $12.50. They get you in there like swimwear. This is a price. This is a regular price. It costs you $4,400 if you can find this. All right. The one-on-one package. All right. Now this one usually would go for $2,500. My price is only $995. You can put a $400 deposit and get started. This is the regular price, right? For $400 down, make 3 payments, or you can do a single payment of $750. But because you're on here today, live right now, you can get it for $500. All right, $500 get you in there like swimwear. 1 year, Me and you. Let's get it. Right? One person. The first to call. That's how we do it. That's the benefit of being live on here. All right. If you can't afford that, we got ebooks, right? Ebooks start down at $10. Go to slash ebooks, businesscreditbuilder.us/ebooks. If you can't afford that, we have a blog. It got crazy information. We got all of these social media outlets. Spotify. The Spotify is a video podcast, but the YouTube page is the crazy joint right there. Got many videos on there. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you got some questions, you want to talk about it, schedule your free business credit consultation at businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And if you want to get down right now, call me up because we're getting ready to end this webinar. Anybody got any questions right now? Any questions? Come on, y'all. Come on, drop me some questions or something. What? What up? All right. Brandon, no questions? How long I stayed on here today?
No question tonight, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I hope this stuff was useful to y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace. Y'all have a good one. Later. Hasta luego. Peace. How we get out of here? Let's try to get out of here, yo. All right. What's the deal? This thing is bugging. Okay, here we go.